Good morning. Hello. Welcome to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. I'm Diane Pruitt, finishing up my Activate so that my metabolism stays high, but my nerve endings don't. It's good stuff if you're interested in it. If you want to know more, join us on October 25th right here in the studio for our Wellness and Creativity evening. We're going to have a good time. Welcome, good morning. Let me open our Facebook so I can see you when you come in. Say hello so I know you're here. And I can say hello to you. There we go. Pop. And we're live. Did you get to see the live yesterday morning? Did you get to see our Kitschy Christmas project? Did you get to see it finished? Look how super cute. I did tell Mel this reminds me of a cookie, some kind of cookie box. I love it. I don't remember what it is, but it reminds me of a cookie box from Christmas. We've got a little bit of gold on the edges right there. And we've got the handle trimmed out. These are all from the Kitschy Christmas transfer set from the holiday release. And I even painted this side because you know what? When Christmas is over and you want a piece of winter decor, you can turn this over. We can put some 3D in here. I think we're going to do that, but we're not doing it today. Isn't this adorable? I love the way it turned out. So today we're going to talk about how you can make resin ornaments. Now we have some fabulous brand new mold sets, the Christmas tapers. Y'all, look at Santa Claus. He's so cute. And look at that taper all the way to the end. So we have our Christmas tapers. We have the cloches, les cloches mold. Forget this one, bibelots. That's our ornament mold. We have our angelic tapers, which clearly I've used. And we have our Santa's sleigh. Can you use all these to make ornaments? Of course you can. Let me show you how. Today we're going with our pinks, our bashful blush, our flamingo, and our coral crush. And where we have flat surfaces, we are also going to again utilize our Kitschy Christmas, still in stock here at Two Girls Treasure. We've not sold out yet. Emphasis on the yet. I have some ribbon. I have our amazing casting resin. This is the 10-minute set resin. Turns out white. Look at that beautiful sleigh. I love these. All right, so we have our amazing casting resin. We also have our resin remover. I have found that I need this in my life every time I pour resin. I have our alcohol wipes, ribbon. I even have feathers, y'all. Wait till you see what we're gonna do. Let's get started. I'm gonna set our box of molds precast already precast. I'm gonna set that down and I'm gonna tip you down because you're gonna want to see every bit of this activity. Let's go. That's a good visual on the table. It is. All right, let's sort these out. If you know me, you know I'm a sorter. Might not be completely organized, but I like to sort the things. All right, we'll put all the ones that are alike together so that we can do a thing. Now these two are alike and they're perfectly symmetrical and they're ready to be made into a mold. Now one of the problems I have, and I think maybe a lot of people have, is once you've cast these and they're cured, if you add anything in here, it sort of separates, and then you have a gap on the side, and it's not a really attractive gap. So if you're going to conjoin these twins, you need to make sure that you do it before they are cured up. Well, how do you do that? I'm so glad you asked. Let me show you. Let's start with the simplest of all. Let's start with our reindeer. So we have a precast reindeer right here. He's already been done in resin. He's not painted. He's just done. So let's get out our Santa sleigh mold set. This is where he goes. I'm praying that he is symmetrical. So let's see. If we have two of these, they should go back to back, right? Let's test that theory. I'm going to grab my gloves. Always be sure to pour your resin with gloves on. It's a chemical. Put your gloves on, it's okay. They're not terribly uncomfortable this time of the year. So throw those gloves on, and I've got plenty of popsicle sticks. I've got my little silicone mixer because I over pour all the time. And yeah, that. I also have some implements I purchased in a kit, and we're going to go with one of our long stem. Let me get the eye hook one out. This is not the one I want. I want the one, ta-da, with the eye hook on the end of it. All right. Earrings, all the things, extra beads. It's a kit. Earring backs, which come in really handy for my own earrings when I drop them, lose them. Here are loops. But my preference out of the box, especially for these, are these eye hook pieces. You see that eye hook on the end? And you see how thin that is. It's like a needle. It's just like a needle. So the object is going to be to lay this into the resin. As the resin's curing, we can do this. We may need to start with one of the baubles, but you know I'm going to start with the hardest thing possible. Now, this reindeer is 20 mils. Look at your markings on your mold set. Find what the measurement, the liquid measurement is going to be, and that's going to be important when we pour, because we do not want to pour more than we can work with at one time. Make sense? Let me show you. Take your measuring cup. Since this mold is 20 mils, we only need 10 of each side. So we're going to take our side A, and we're going to pour 10 mils of side A into our cup. I poured just a little too much, so let's dip that back out. Don't over pour, because if you over pour, your resin won't cure properly. And I've seen instances recently where a poor mix has caused great damage. These mold sets are limited edition. Be cautious. Don't round robin pour. What does that mean? Don't pour and then pour again and then pour again and then pour again. Give your mold set time to cool down. They are only rated to 425 degrees for 15 minutes. If you pour over and over and over and over and over, you will wear the silicone out, break it down, and it will come apart. Treat your mold set as the precious gift that it is. All right, we have both sides in our mixing cup. We'll stir it Gently, you don't want to beat it. You don't want bubbles. So stir it gently. When it turns clear, it'll warm up and it will be ready to pour. So I'm going to pour my large sections and let it move. I'm going to push it a little bit, get it in my smaller sections. Make sure that tail's filled in. Make sure those hooves are filled in. He's so stinking cute. I want to under pour just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this one gift right here. I want to under pour just a little bit and I'll show you why. Now, we're going to let this start to sit up and we don't want to disturb it right this minute. Once you start seeing that mixing magic happen, once you start seeing this cure, that's when we're going to make our move. In the meantime, you know I can't leave well enough alone, so I have to touch it. Good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. As we wait for this to cure, start to cure, we're going to leave this alone because I can't do two at a time. I promise it's not something you can get out in front of. It's really not. I almost want to use one of these instead. I might do that. Let's see if we can. Set that down there. And I've got our beading kit. Nope, that's not what I want to use because I don't want to get resin on that. Cure, cure. Watched resin never cures until it does. But once it starts to cure, it will cure quickly. Now, the temperatures have dropped this morning in South Carolina. Oh, there's the magic. Our ambient temperature means everything. Now, I am going to take my gloves off for this part. What I want to do is insert my ring into the resin. I want to take my existing, nope, he's not symmetrical, I can't do it. I'm so disappointed. We'll have to do a biblots. We can still do this one. We just have to wait. So I'm going to try to make sure that ring sets into the resin. Without getting my fingers in it. There we go. And we're going to let that ring set up in the resin as it is curing. Does it make a mess? Absolutely. Is it fun? Yes, it is. While that one's settling down, since these are not symmetrical to lay together while it's curing, let's move it to the side because that is disappointing. I was hoping I could do it while it was in the mold set, but it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me until it's ready. So we'll move this to the side since it's very non-cooperative. We'll come over here to the ones we know are cooperative. We can still make an ornament out of that. We can. We're just going to have to be more patient with it. Ask me later on how my patience works out. All right, gloves on. And again, we're only going to do one at a time here. Only because it's very difficult at best to outpour the resin and get the result that you want. So just be patient. Now, this is 26 mils. So we need just under that. We need about 12 of each. So we're going to go, there's a 12 and a half mark. We'll go right there at 12 and a half. It's like they knew how much we would need. There we go. 12.5 mils of side A. Scrape it all in there. Clean that cup out. And then let's get 12.5 mils of our side B. Just so you know, your side B does have an amber color. Your amazing casting resin does have an amber color. That doesn't mean it is an old product. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. That is the nature of the chemical. It does have an amber finish to it. So if you get a box of amazing casting resin and one side is clear and one side looks yellowy, it's supposed to look like that, y'all. It's okay. I promise. Now, if it's dark orange, it's bad. It's old. Stir gently. Let's see, I have a round one right here. So let's pour this. And I mixed 25 mils. We're going to under pour just a little bit. Resin has a tendency to draw down a little bit as it's curing. So if I under pour just 1 milliliter, I'm going to get what I need. All right. Watched resin never cures. We're just going to see what we can do here. We already have one of our precast ready to go. These are symmetrical, y'all. These are perfectly symmetrical. So I'm going to show you what I have learned to be one of the quickest, easiest ways to do this. And it's not always easy. Sometimes there's just no easy way to do things, but you do it anyway. You experiment, you practice, you do your best. I'm going to drink some of my Activate while we're watching. Because I'm going to need that today. I have a lot of carbs in my diet today, and I need that Activate in my life. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Start curing. I see it fixing to start. I love when it just goes poof and turns white. I love that part. I'm going to go ahead and put my eye needle in. I don't know the technical term for this piece, but I'm going to call it an eye needle. I like it. And I'm going to balance it so it doesn't stick through the front as this cures. Now, you know how sticky your resin is as it's curing? Almost like it's its own glue, right? So as we watch this cure and our edges are still curing up, let's take our precast and let's lay it right over the top. Keep that eye needle right there in the center. Don't press down hard. You don't want to squish it out, but let it lay there. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Throw some hearts out because you're going to love this. I think this is going to be a fabulous way for you to create double-sided Christmas ornaments with your hooks pretty quickly. Let's let that sit for just a minute. I want to pop it out. I do. You know I do. But we're going to wait. This is still just a little bit tacky, but look, our hook is in. I don't know if that's going to make a hill of beans difference in the end of life itself, but we'll cut a piece of fabric to back this and then we'll glue it on. I've got some beautiful gray charcoal colored felt, and we'll felt the back of this to help keep that hook on. This is not quite, oh, there we go. The gifts is ready to come out. Let's take that out. Ta-da! So cute. All right, let's see if we have same success with our reindeer. Love this reindeer, y'all. His antlers are so much easier to demold. Our resin is still a little bit sticky in those small spaces, so we don't want to rip them and stretch them. We're going to let them live. And, you know, I've got to do something, so I'm going to peel the sticky extra out from around so I don't have to try to cut that later. There we go. All right, he's still not ready. This is still sticky. We're gonna let it do. Come on, reindeer cure. Leave him be. Let's see if we can pop this out. Not yet, not yet. It's still sticky. I can see the sticky when I pull it. Oh, who else is impatient? Throw out some thumbs up if you are just as impatient as me and you want this done and you want to see what it looks like. Well, we can be impatient or we can be productive. Which one would you like to be? Let's be productive. Let's do it. Let's do productivity. We'll move this out of the way. We'll move this to the side. And angelic tapers or Christmas tapers. We have company. Or we might have wind blowing. It could be either one. Nope, we've got company. Good morning. How are you? Come on in. We're in the studio. How about Santa? Is he symmetrical? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Santa's superbly cute. But we may have to wait on Santa till the next time. Let's see if we can demold now. Oh, we can. It's like a moon pie. Look at that. Now we have our 3D ornament cast in resin, and we have a hook. It's still warm, and we don't have a gap around our edge. So we can paint this. We can add our ribbon to it. We can add our kitschy Christmas to it. And it will be spectacularly beautiful. And that was easy, wasn't it? That was so simple. My reindeer, here we go. He's coming. He's so slow. It's not Christmas yet. There we go. Got his feet out. Not symmetrical, y'all. But we can put some felt or some beautiful plaid on the back. He has a hook, so we can add ribbon and paint and glitter, and now we have the most beautiful reindeer ornament, and that hook is in there because it's going to dry into that resin. But did you see how simple and easy this was? This is fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Do you think you can do this too? I know you can. I know you can. Got a little bit of cleanup around the edges from where it was sticky and I kept pulling on it. But that's easy. You just take a little sanding block and sand that smooth. That's easy. Let's throw some of our pink paint on here. Let's see. I think this one deserves our flamingo. Shaka shaka. I'm so excited. Did y'all love that? It's really not hard, is it? It requires patience, and I think that's the hardest part of doing this. Now, someone said there are little divots, there are little nicks in the mold set. Is it supposed to look like that? The answer is yes. These are supposed to mimic a vintage vibe, a very vintage look. Not modern, not brand new. Nothing here came from IKEA. Nothing here came from IKEA. I'm going to put gold on the top. But look how pretty in pink. Now, I can't paint the other side just yet, but this is going to be so pretty. This is going to be so much fun. And if you want to play Let's Make an Ornament, let me know and we'll schedule our hour or 2 hours and we will just sit here and play and make some ornaments, y'all. Throw some hearts out for these amazing new mold sets from Iron Orchid Designs, and make sure you get yours before they are sold out, simply because once they are gone, there will be no more. There will be no more. So we might as well have fun with them together before Christmas comes. I love it. Love it, love it. Hope you do too. I even wore my pink shirt today. And yes, I truly do support my friends who are breast cancer survivors. I hope you do as well. Lots of love, lots of prayers for all that they go through, all that they have been through, and prayers that they don't ever have to go through it again. Vicky, not again. But I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Prayers and more prayers on top of more prayers for our entire country, our region, our lower states, our upper states. We need some help. Throw out those prayers, lots of them, y'all. I am going to go get to work, see if I can speak to our guests today. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I'll share pictures of our finished products when we get them done. If I get time to come back and play today. If you want to come play, that means I can come play. So if you want to come play, I would love for you to. Book your studio session. It's going to be a blast. Don't forget, October 25th is our Wellness and Creativity session. We're going to have a blast doing that too. And poof! The Fall Flower Show is almost upon us this weekend. Make your plans to be here at the Petey State Farmers Market. Make your plans to come to Two Girls Treasure first for all of our Fall Flower Festival specials. You say that. I'll just put the discounts on. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you right back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll do more things. Bye now.